Good morning. It's Kylie here from Hello Crafter. It is Wednesday and it is day 3 of my 12 days of Craftmas. I'm very, very happy to be here again. This is really, really nice for me to kind of get up and make sure my desk is clear for a starter. That's very unusual because usually it's during the week it's building up and building up and building up, and then I can't even get in there anymore. So daily clearing of my desk is really, really helpful to me. So this is one added bonus of coming on live to you every morning. So this is, yeah, as I said, day 3 of my 12 days of live crafting with you, 10 a.m. each morning, 10 a.m. or thereabouts. And I'm going to be doing some different crafts with you every day. So I've done cards the last 2 days, and we're going to do something different today. But I'm going to be sharing lots of different things, paper craft wise, over the next 12 days. Thank you so much for watching yesterday and the day before and all your comments. And you did really well at spotting the difference. So I'm doing a little competition each day. I'm adding a Christmas decoration to my craft room every day, different one, and it's your job to spot which is the new one that's been added since the previous day. So it does mean you may have to go and watch yesterday's and watch today's and see what's different. And I've got a new Christmas jumper on as well, going with the snowflake theme today, because that's what we're crafting with. And please come and say hi if you're watching live. And if you're watching on replay, please leave me a comment. That would be amazing. I'm going to take all of your comments through this week and put them into a little drawer for a prize at the end of this week, and the same again next week. So it is worth your while having a little saying hello and or asking a question or just generally chatting with me. So that would be amazing as well. What I forgot to tell you just before I forget, and I'll remind you of this at the end, because I forgot to mention it yesterday because it had just come on to the Stampin' Up website. The last chance promotion has begun, which means, so the catalogue that we're currently, the mini catalogue that we're currently using, and a lot of the products in here are retiring soon, and they've gone into a category on the web, on the stampinup.co.uk website, called last chance products, which means it could be the last chance. So some of the items have already sold out, and they're putting other things in there like kits, and the online exclusives are going in that category as well. And some of the items have 70% off. There's loads and loads with over 50% off. So go and have a look. There's some bargains, and the best things will go really quick. In fact, some of them have already gone, and it's only been on like 24 hours, if that. So definitely worth checking out for, not just Christmas stuff. There's loads of other stuff on there as well. So you could get yourself a lovely little Christmas present, a little early treat for yourself or for someone else. Right, I'm going to pass you down to the desk now, and show you what we're making. So something a bit different, not a card today. This is something I've seen all over my Instagram and I love snowflakes, and I love these paper snowflakes. So, oh, hi Chris. Oh, thank you for the comment of my snowflake t-shirt. It's new. I bought it at a craft fair a couple of weeks ago. I saw it from across the room, and I thought, before I'd even got to her stall, I was like, I have to have that. I have to have it. It's so soft as well. Cameron might have spotted something. Right, so these are purely made out of paper. I'll show you. how big they are. This one's about, they're just under 6 inches. This one's, yeah, about 6 inches. And each one is made from a single 12 by 12 piece of paper. Okay, so a couple of things that you need to have for these. You need a trimmer, a paper trimmer to cut your paper down, and you need something to score as well. You don't really need to score, but I find it's so much easier if you've scored your paper before you fold it. So you can either use the scoring blade on your trimmer or the scoreboard, which is actually a bit easier, but I know I like using my scoreboard, but not everyone has one of these. So I might just use my trimmer, but I'll maybe show you both. You also need a really good glue, a really strong adhesive, right? So, and the reason for that is this paper, by Stampin' Up, obviously, it's really good quality, which means it's quite thick, which is brilliant for crafting. But for this particular technique, it actually adds a slight disadvantage because it's so thick. Your spokes of your snowflake kind of want to pull apart because it's more stiff, so your glue needs to be good. I tried one with Tombow and it did hold, but I didn't use enough, so this was my prototype. It kind of ripped a bit because there were various things I did wrong with this one, so this one didn't work. But you can see the Tombow is pretty strong, but you need to use probably I would need to use a little bit more than I normally use, but I still don't want it splodging out, so you have to be careful with the amount that you use, and you also have to be really, really patient to let it dry between each step. And I would say overnight. So a snowflake might take you 24 hours to make, because you want to leave it as long as possible for the glue to set. But anyway, this stuff I found, this Stampin' Seal, I found it really good. It holds really well and it doesn't take so long to dry. And the other thing I want to just say as a bit of a caveat too is I did one with this lovely foiled paper, and because it's got foiling on it, the glue didn't hold quite as well. this glue. So what I've ended up doing is stapling. I've added some staples just because I don't want it to fall apart now I've made it. So be careful with foiled papers. They look stunning, but because it's shiny, the glue doesn't cling quite as well. So shall we start? Oh, and some really good paper scissors. These probably are not quite, your usual paper snips, probably not quite as good because you're going to end up cutting through 4 layers of paper. So nice sharp paper scissors as well. So I think that's about all you need. So ultimately what you need to do is cut this into 6 pieces, equal pieces, 4 inches by 6 inches, but I'm going to cut it into 3 strips of 4 inches because I'm going to save myself a step. So I'm going to score 3 times on 3 pieces instead of on 6 pieces. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So you want to score these pieces from either end all the way down at 1 inch and 1/8, 1 1/8 inches. So on your trimmer, so I've got measurements going to this side, to the right of my track as well, which I find easy because I've got more to hold this side. So your 1 1/8 is, let's see, just check, is 2 notches after the 1. So the first notch is a 16th, the second is an 1/8. So it's actually, in centimetres, it's about 2.85 centimetres, just before the 2.9. Score, be careful when you score, because if you're used to scoring card, it's a slightly lighter touch than cardstock is the paper. You don't want to tear it. So your score lines, just careful, light scoring. So do that on all 3 of these pieces. 1 1/8. Rotate it 180 degrees and do the same again, because you've just got one measurement to remember. Oh, I'll just show you the scoreboard as well. Scoreboard, you just get your paper right up to the corner as far as it'll go, and I use this hand to sort of hold it into the corner, and then find your notch, and you use this tool to score. It's very satisfying once you get the right pressure to use the scoreboard. It's actually easy because you're not lifting up anything. So now fold on those score lines, and you can use your bone folder to give it a nice crease. Everything works better when you've got a really good fold, a really good crisp edge. And I will cut these in half in a minute, so I've got 6, but this just saves some time because now I've got to glue this down. I want to try not to get any glue on this side of the paper, so I'm just going to run my seal just down this edge and fold it over. And at this point, it doesn't really matter if a bit of glue shows there. So do the same again, run this down. This is, I've got another one here, but this is running low. Oops. So glue that down. And use your bone folder and get a really good press on it, because you want to make sure this is stuck as well as you can. And if you're using Tombow, I'd weight these down and give it half an hour or something, just really making sure that they're properly stuck. Now I can chop these in half. That just kind of saves the job of scoring 6 pieces, scoring and gluing 6 pieces. You're just doing 3 and then chopping them. Okay. And also, if you have more of that style of paper, so we know that Stampin' Up! Most of the papers come with 2 sheets of each design in the pack, you can cut more. And actually, you can cut probably 7, 8, 9, 10. But this works okay with 6. 6 is the minimum that you need. So now we've got to fold these in half. So I'm going to again get my bone folder and really press those folds. and then we're going to glue them with a line of glue down the centre. So again, run your tape runner down the centre and very firmly press that down. Do all of those. And again, if you're going to be using Tombow glue, just a little line of it. I'll show you about how much I reckon. If I can get one that works. It's because I'm naughty and I leave the lids off them. Probably about that much. This one you'll need to, I don't know, peg it or put something heavy on top. So let me do that now, just while it's, I'm going to put it under my phone stand. No, I'll put it under my box of blocks. There we go. While we do this bit. So now we need to cut these. So first of all, I'm just going to show you how they will sort of open up. If you find that some of them are stuck, just get your bone folder and sort of open out each side. Sometimes you might have a little bit of glue. Okay, so we want to cut these, and I've got 3 different templates here. This one was cut with this template. This one's more rounded, it's more petal-like. That's with this template. So I haven't tried this one yet, so I'm going to use this template. Yeah, Karen, paper clips. I don't anymore, but I used to have a big bag of pegs in my craft room. It's probably one of the more unusual items to have in your craft room. I'd love to know if anyone else has something stranger. But I used to use the pegs all the time for holding things, you know, while the glue dries. All right, so I'm placing the template. It should be sized over the thing. And if you sign up to my mailing list, or if you're on my mailing list, then today's tutorial PDF will have these templates in the PDF that you can print out and cut out. So all you need to do is use a pencil or a pen, whatever shows up on your paper, and just draw them on each one. So my folding is a little bit random because some of them are wider than others, but it really doesn't matter. I think it just must be my scoring. Must have been a little bit off, but so when you cut these, when you do these templates, you just want to make sure that when you're cutting, you don't make these bits too small. I'll show you why, because I did on, this is why some of mine came apart. If I can show you, I had some that tore a bit. Oh no, not on this one. On another prototype, I had some that just ripped a little bit. So you just need to make sure when you're doing your cutting, you're not cutting away too much of the edges, the sides. And also, I forgot to mention, your fold, so where you folded it in half, that's along the bottom, and the open edges are on the top, and that's how you put your template. So I might edit my tutorial just so that maybe that's more obvious. What do you think? So bottom, folded edge. Yeah. And then take your good scissors, and we're just going to cut these, and I'm going to do this really quick. Doesn't really matter if it's not 100% symmetrical. So I recently bought these scissors because I've had a few pairs of scissors in my craft room, big ones, for about probably over 10 years. And they've got so blunt, like I don't use them for fabric or anything. I have a separate pair of scissors that's only for fabric or ribbon. But I recently bought myself these new paper scissors, and they're amazing. They're so sharp. So it's about time. So after this, I've got some fun things to do to prepare for my team Christmas party, which is tonight. A couple of crafters. So we're going to do some crafting. We've got a few party games, and we're all bringing some food. We're doing Secret Santa, and I just can't wait. It's going to be really fun and festive. Now, if you want to remove all your pencil lines, you can. I'm not going to bother because you can hardly see them really. Get rid of all these bits. Just brush them to one side for the minute. Okay, now I'll just test again that they all open up like that. This just helps when you're assembling it, that each one of these just opens as wide as it will go. Okay, now we've got to stack them and glue again down the centre. So a line of glue lengthways down the middle, and then this bit you stack them on top of each other, just making sure that this end, the bottom edge, lines up. Doesn't really matter if the rest of it, you know, that bit fine, but make sure that bottom edge is flush if you can. Between each one, I'm really pressing it down just so that glue will bond. give it a good press. Okay, so now this is where it could all go wrong, because this is where you'll really test how good your glue is. So put your finger in that side, your finger in that side, and then very carefully bend it round, and it feels really tight. And this is why using cheap paper, cheap thin paper, you don't have as much of an issue with your glue wanting to come apart. Oh, the trouble with good quality paper. But I might give that just a little bit of time. I've got another one here that I did yesterday, and I think the glue's just a little bit more set. So I'm just going to put glue on that side. I might put some glue on that side as well, and then I'll put some glue on this foot end. Now I'm going to carefully bend it round. Hopefully that won't come apart. Squeeze your two fingers together, and another paper clip or something to hold that in place for a little bit. They look amazing with the wood grain papers, don't they? These are the country woods again. Like I say, I've used lots of these papers. I just think that one with the blue inside was really nice. The other thing you could do, I thought of, is you could leave it like this, not glue this at this stage. You could punch holes in here, make a hole there and a hole there, and thread it with twine. And then and hang it up, and then when you're done, you can just fold it back in, put it away for next year, because these are going to be a bit more difficult to store. If you've got a single hole punch like the crocodile, let's see if this will get in. Probably not. So what you could do is take your pokey tool. I'm just going to put this on the edge. I'll put this on the edge of my desk so that I can get a hole in. And then thread it with some twine or some cotton, or just take a needle and thread. There. Let me just find a clip for this. I'll just temporarily clip it. Clip somewhere. Got a little one of these tiny library clips that you can thread. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Right, so a couple of things from yesterday. Some of you spotted the decoration. Let me just get you back. Which was, I'm backwards, so yeah. There's the wreath on the door. I'm going to show you the wreath because it is handmade. I made it probably, I don't know, it's approaching 10 years ago, or maybe even more. And I've carefully packed it away every year and got it out every year. Quite a labour of love doing these rosettes, but really fun and really effective. I just covered a cardboard wreath with ribbon first of all. I made my rosettes. Hello. and stuck them on, and I did some snowflakes and some gems, and I I still love it. I still love getting it out every year, and it's lasted so well considering it's just paper. So that's my wreath that went up yesterday, and I feel like I need to make another one. So if you spot today's decorations, just giving you a free screen to look at, make a comment, but I have everybody's name in a pot that commented the right answer yesterday on yesterday's video. So I will do a little draw from there, and we have Julia Hill. Well done, Julia, and you have won yesterday's cards, and I'll do another draw because we missed the first day, so because I didn't add one first day, so I'll do another draw for yesterday, day before's cards. Christine Lambert, well done. So I'm putting those aside. You have won today's cards. Oh, I know where Julia lives, and Christine, I'll just double check your address. I think I might have it, but just in case, I'll just check your address and I'll send you those, and I'll get them off in the post. And I also forgot yesterday to show you my gift of the day, my Christmas gift of the day, which I'm just going to share with you some of my top suggestions for gifting. And I forgot to show you, but I have glue bundles. I see most people that come to my classes know that I have glue. I have lots of glue. But I do these little bundles, which means you can save a little bit of money and get a free little pouch with your glue. And it's just a lovely thing to kind of take with you when you're crafting away from home, or you go to classes or workshops and that kind of thing. So it's all of my glue essentials in here. And then the other thing that's really, really super popular is my glue holder with the glue in it. So this one's 22 and this one's 10. You can't order it through the Stampin' Up website, so you can't use the link to order it. But if you send me an order, if you do want these, I can add these to your order that way. And I'll just show you the glue holders if I can on its own. And the glue just pops in, so it's always upside down, always to the tip end, really stable on your desk, and really useful to have to take crafting with you when you craft away from home as well. So they're my two top gift ideas for today, is the glue adhesive bundle, £22, and the glue holder and glue, £10. Tomorrow is going to be 10 o'clock again. And also, if you are not signed up to my email list, I am sending the tutorials, PDF tutorials for these each day by email. So that's a special thing for my email subscribers. So if you want to subscribe, the link's below. And thank you for watching again. And I'll see you back here tomorrow with another Christmas jumper, another Christmas decoration, and another lovely craft project. So I'm looking forward to that already. I shall see you soon. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.